In this video, I will take a closer look at the Little Pawz diaper, introduce it and show in a practical test how much it holds, but of course I also go into other things like the seat. I have other diapers from Abu that I'll be testing soon. It's best to subscribe to the Diaper TV channel and activate the bell, then you'll be notified of new videos and won't miss any. The package of the Little Pawz consists of a clear, hard plastic film, through which you can immediately see the colorful diapers inside. As with many colorful printed products, you should pay attention to neutral shipping if you do not want anyone to see them. Not all stores pay attention to a neutral box. Feel free to check out my other videos, there I have partly already tested stores and unpacked the package, so you can see how it looks. I'm sure you've already seen where the name of this diaper comes from. It not only contains colorful motifs, but also Little Pawz on the diaper itself, and they're not printed on, but an indicator of wetness. Don't you know it? It's mostly on neutral diapers. It's often a stripe that goes from the front between the legs to the back, and it changes color when the diaper gets wet, so you can tell at a glance. With the Little Pawz, the paws do not change color when wet, but they disappear. I'll show you that later in the practical test. I find that creatively done, so much in advance. Otherwise, the edge of the diaper stands out. It is striped in green and white. Next to it is still a blue striped wavy line. The green and white border is very wide. It goes all the way to the front and back side wings, as you can see right when you open the diaper. It looks colorful without being too colorful and is an eye catcher. Even in the package, it immediately catches your eye. You can see much of it even when wearing the diaper. They're thin on the sides. I personally like it, but about colors and generally everything optical can of course argue, so it's a question of your taste. Who wants can write in the comments if you find this design also beautiful, or if not, what you would like better instead. It is fixed with 2 glues per side. Like most diapers, high quality reusable glues are used, which you can see in action right now. Inside everything is white, but there is little point in coloring, because you cannot see it anyway. The leakage protection on the sides is nice and high and corresponds to what you can expect in this price range, so it is no problem to strengthen the suction of the diaper, in which one or even several inserts are put in, depending on the thickness of the inserts. At the front, the diaper has an adhesive surface, recognizable by the fact that a reflective, transparent strip of slightly thicker plastic has been glued to the diaper. This is normal for multi-seal plastic adhesives. This adhesive surface protects the film of the diaper from being torn open by the adhesives, otherwise it would not be possible to reseal it but only once, such as the crinkles. Below this strip, it is a foil diaper. However, rather a more discreet, duller and thinner film, or more modern, depending on how you want to describe it, it certainly doesn't feel as much like film as, for example, a Keto Junior Plus, which was modeled after the earlier diapers with rather thicker and therefore more noticeable film. The adhesives are standard in the ABDL range. I do not mean that in a derogatory way, but they are good adhesives for this price range, which are easy to position, but still offer a high adhesive strength and do not tear off even if you pull on them. You can find comparable ones from about the mid-price range onwards in other products, such as Rears or North Shore, among others. I would therefore have been surprised if Abu used poorer quality. This is not the case, even if you make the diaper quite full, as you will see in a moment in the practical test. Basically, it's important to keep the adhesive surface clean and pull it a little straight with your fingers so that you don't stick on wrinkles, which could worsen the adhesive performance. The Little Pawz fits comfortably. It is rather wider in the crotch, but I don't find that bothersome at all, because it is soft enough and adapts to the body shape. The wide cut makes you feel well and securely wrapped when you go in the diaper. You can see right away how the paws printed in the middle disappear where it gets wet. This is the most creative ad I've seen yet. Not all ABDL diapers even have a wetness indicator, so the very presence of it is surprising. In my tests, the suction ranged from about 1.8 liters to 2.2 liters. At the 2.2 liters, however, it leaked. Here I took it to the limit to find out the limit. If you change in time, it will hold out for about 2 liters. The current lowest price is €31.95 per pack. It contains 10 diapers, so one piece costs around €3.20, so it is not a bargain, but is clearly in the upper price range. An alternative comparable in terms of absorbency is the North Shore Megamax. A pack is about €6 cheaper, so that a Megamax costs only €2.59 per piece, but it is single colored. Here, everyone has to ask themselves whether they are willing to pay this extra price for the colorful imprints and the admittedly creative wetness indicator. If so, it's still interesting to mention that the Little Pawz are not only available in size M, but in S and an intermediate size of S and M. This is certainly helpful for those of you who find a normal size like S too small, but the next size up too big. In addition to the good test result, the Little Pawz stands out with an indicator that reacts to wetness, and not just any indicator, but it fits perfectly into the colorful imprint, because you can see the animals on the left and right, and the paws in the middle, as if they were the tracks from the path of these animals. It does not look like a foreign body, but is part of the design. But one can rightly ask oneself, do I really need this and is it worth the extra price? After all, the main purpose of such displays is to show people who can't change their own diapers whether something is already in the diaper and whether it should probably be changed soon. It can be a help, especially if you are a nurse and don't know the patient, but don't want to take a closer look at their diaper or even reach into their crotch to see how full it is. When you wear the diaper yourself, you hardly see the display and basically don't need it because you know and feel how full it is, so in my opinion, a display makes little sense in that case. It's more of a gimmick that looks nice and integrates nicely into the overall concept, because it's not called Little Pawz for nothing. And visually I find that really successful. I know of no other diaper wear that is implemented so coherently, but that costs just more. In Abu's own store it is even more expensive. Although I find the Little Pawz good, there are others with a better ratio of price to performance. The already mentioned North Shore Megamax is a good example. If you don't care much about colorful printed diapers, then you can save some money and still get a diaper with high absorbency and decent foil. Who in addition to the suction performance also attaches importance to a colorful appearance. The North Shore Megamax may not be happy, but even with the colorful printed products there are alternatives that are quite comparable and priced at least somewhat cheaper than Abu. The times of cheap diapers seem to be over with this manufacturer unfortunately, so there was a very large price increase in the peak Abu only currently. They are even more expensive than the Little Pawz. After the test result and my opinion, it's your turn. What do you think of the Little Pawz? Do you already use it or would you like to try it out? What do you think about the price? Do you think it's reasonable or too expensive, so you'd rather use other diapers that cost less? I hope you enjoyed the video and I'm curious to hear what you think about it.